plugged in. Check.
All right. Here we go. Can you hear us now?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, everybody? We're going to have to do the intro all over again.
It's a great intro.
Oh, so yeah.
We completely ad-libbed it on the
The
spot.
first line should have been that we couldn't hear each other through our mics.
I still can't hear anything. Like, I don't hear anything.
You don't hear the... I can turn... Like, you don't hear...
I'm deaf, so...
Well, you heard the music and stuff on here, right?
I heard the music.
Can you hear me talking through those?
No.
That's weird. Can you guys hear Mike and hear me all right?
Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, we got Dusty in here.
Yo. Can you guys hear us? We have a great introduction song.
All right, we're going to do this intro over again. So today is a practice run. All right, so they can hear both of us. Ty said they can hear both of us. All right, we're doing a practice run. We're going to start turning this into a podcast. So we're going to, starting next week, we're going to have some more segments to it and kind of try to polish things up a little bit. So you guys get to be a part of our test run here. So I am going to turn my ears a little bit.
To the Neomag.
All right, so here's some intro music. You guys ready?
Oh, it's total dad music.
Here we go.
Wait for it.
No? Oh, wait, wrong one. Wrong slider. Oh. This slider. Here we go. I got to learn how to use this board. What's up, everybody? Welcome
to the Neomag channel.
Neomag Live.
If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so now.
We're nailing this.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
This was a little rough at first, but I think we're going to get this.
So Greg hasn't taught me how to use all this. But
no, I'm not going to either.
I do the camera stuff, so this works.
Nate said that he was going to be pushing all these buttons, too.
I want to push all the buttons.
All right, so we have all right, we got some other sound effects ready.
Is that a laughing?
We got a laugh track.
We need our own. We need to record our own. Like that's so Ohio. That seems like a common one here.
Oh, so there's a whole other bank of stuff that we can put in here. What's up, Dan?
Dan's a man.
The name of the podcast. I'm still trying to figure out the exact name of the podcast. But when we do, tell you what, you guys are going to.
Oh.
They're really going to applaud.
You guys are not ready for this.
They're going to love that.
We're fixing the Wi-Fi, so
yeah,
we're slowly growing.
We finally got Wi-Fi back here in the studio. We kind of redid the wall behind us. Honestly, it looks way cooler in the shorts than it does right now. It's just like looks kind of underwhelming.
I don't know. It still looks pretty good. And we're missing a spot on the wall right now for some things that we've taken to GunCon this past weekend.
Yeah, it's true. We had to take everything off the wall for GunCon. Before we get too far in here, so we have July 4th weekend here.
Hats?
So I brought you some stuff.
I got some swag.
Brought you some stuff to get.
What if I put it on over top?
No, that looks
that's
ridiculous.
the best. You're gonna have to see. You guys are gonna have to see my bald head. Are you ready? It's a common thing here.
So the other thing that we're gonna have to figure out is when this is a podcast, a lot of these visuals are going to mean absolutely nothing. So we're gonna have to become very descriptive.
This is not gonna work. I'll be blind, but I got your head.
You don't have to see anything, so you're good.
You guys gotta see.
So it is July 4th weekend, and I don't know about you guys, but this is my favorite. It's like one of my favorite holidays. Oh, I got some music too.
That's true patriot.
Yeah,
true patriot.
I got this. I got.
I'm just checking out my swagalicious hat.
Yeah, you look fantastic.
I look like Lieutenant Dan who's ready for 4th of July fireworks. Hey, do not blow up your fingers this weekend. There's several people in this country that are going to be missing fingers after this weekend.
Absolutely.
So be careful, be safe. That's all my safety tip for the day.
Yeah. So we have July 4th weekend coming up. This is one of my favorite holidays. To me, this is like peak summer.
101 degrees outside.
It's going to be, for here in Ohio, it's calling for 90s again.
Yeah, it was brutal the last couple of days.
Yeah, it's cooled down. It's actually not too bad today, but this weekend it's calling definitely be hot. We got fireworks Thursday night that we're going to go to, and so Dan said he's bought a ton of fireworks.
Oh yeah, Dan, are you going to the lake house this weekend? Question mark.
The Lake House.
The Lake House.
Sounds like a title of a scary movie.
Could be.
The Lake House.
See, I couldn't see all these beautiful comments.
Yeah.
if I didn't have my glasses on.
That's true. Well,
I would be so blind.
somebody's got to wear these.
You just got to let them know. If you guys have not seen the videos that are coming from last year to this Friday, you're going to love it.
All right, there we go. I'll put them on. I'll rep them.
Yes.
It is like looking through.
Yes, you're going.
Looking through some shutters. It's definitely hard to read.
Right? I wouldn't be able to read anything at all. I would be blind.
Dan says it is the name of the movie. I nailed that one.
Oh.
Yeah, it sounds like the name of a scary movie.
I would press a button right now, but it'd probably like turn it off and it wouldn't be the right one. So,
John, you wish. I'm not going to read that out.
what does it say?
Keep dreaming, John.
All right.
Welcome
Welcome back to the channel.
Yeah,
we are a family-oriented channel. So
I definitely can't.
this is new to podcast 2.0.
All right, so yeah, throughout this feed, tell us some of your favorite 4th of July memories and stuff like that. We're going to kind of get to some of the stuff at the end, but memories, traditions, and that sort of thing. As those things come up, let us know. Towards the end, I was going to kind of do some 4th of July fun facts and stuff like that, but we do have some things that we wanted to just kind of chat about today. So if it's your first time here, we like to do a Wednesday live, and we've been doing this for probably a couple months now.
Yeah, several months now.
Yeah.
Actually.
And we typically we'll do a Q&A on some on some of our products. We will just do general Q&As. We've talked about some very hard-hitting topics like favorite chicken place.
Yeah, the topics that you guys have talked about have been
best
just heavy hitters.
the best food group. Like if you could only eat one food group, what would it be?
We talked about gelato a lot.
Yeah, because who doesn't want to? I don't want to talk about gelato. I'd like to.
Like if you guys don't know these guys, they like a lot of gelato.
Oh yeah, ice cream, gelato.
A lot.
That's my weakness. I've been trying to keep in shape. I do a pretty good job of like working out and stuff like that. But the eating side of things, especially when it comes, I know you're a sweets.
I love sweets.
You
drawer.
basically don't stop eating
I have a drawer.
sugar
Like
all day long.
Halloween's my favorite time of the year because I get to do the content with all the candy, and then it goes in my drawer.
Yeah, he's basically nonstop junk food.
But I'm same. I sweat it out.
It's gonna catch up to you.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm 10 years
The
older than
kidney
you.
stones, it caught up to
Well,
me.
yeah, it
Yeah,
catches you up on the
it caught
kidney.
up to
It'd be a kidney stones. But when I was your age, I could eat anything all day long, and then I don't know. I think I hit like late 30s, early 40s, and I'm only 43 now. But yeah, you hit late 30s. It might not. But
I'm in my late 30s.
that's-
So we'll
you're-
see. Dad's an old man, and he is skinnier than I am. So
Yeah.
I got it from him, though. He'd be at the fire department. I mean, heavy workers, hard workers, right? But he'd eat donuts.
Yeah.
Like, loved his donuts.
Yeah, who doesn't? Love donuts. Chicken sandwiches. And
I know.
chicken sandwich. What if you did a chicken sandwich with a donut as the bun?
Yeah, they have like several places.
I've seen burgers like that. I've
It's
not
like
seen-
chicken and waffles. You just stack
Yeah.
it together and just eat it.
I didn't eat lunch today, so
That
I'm
sounds
hungry.
good.
So there's a few things that I thought we'd go through that we talked about. So first thing is we launched our Gen 2 Neomag last Friday. I'm going to go in chronological order here. Some of the things that we're going to talk about. So we launched our Gen 2 Neomag last Friday, and it went so good.
Yeah, it was great. It's a great.
It's gone so good. I'm just gonna get this a little closer.
Do you guys need to hear me?
And we have I meant to grab one. Let's see one back. Oh, the limited edition Neomag.
I don't have one of those on.
Yeah, I meant to grab one and bring it back here. If you guys didn't see it, they're up on the website under the custom shop. And the limited edition. So we made 100 of them. Back when I first came up with the Neomag, I made 100 Neomags, and sold that 100, and that's basically what started the company. I didn't start with any funding or anything like that. And so when we launched the Gen 2 Neomag, I thought it'd be really cool to come out with 100 of a limited edition Neomag to kind of pull it all together. So we titanium nitrided some brackets. They come in a really nice hard case. I've already stolen one of those.
You took the hard case.
Yeah, this case is awesome. It actually lock shut. It's waterproof. It's awesome. It comes in that case. Comes with a brass coin that we made here and all stuff like that. Last I checked, I think we may only have like 20 or 25
we sold
left.
a lot this past weekend.
Yeah, we took 20 to GunCon. I think we came back with like 3.
Yeah. That was awesome
And
blowout.
our shipping department let me know this morning. Like, so I think we had 50 done and ready, and they cleaned those out. So actually, there may be more like 50 left, because we sold out of what we brought to GunCon, and we cleaned out the box that we had done, and I had half of them done. So we have maybe 50 left. So it's not even been a week yet, and those are halfway through. So if you want a limited edition, I would hop on those. But the Gen 2, yeah, Mike had one in pocket. I got one in my pocket here too. The Gen 2 Neomag here is really cool. The response. So I'll go.
Such a positive response.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and kind of use that as a segue into GunCon. So we kind of waited for GunCon to release the Gen 2 because we thought that would be fun, and the response was fantastic.
A lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
GunCon was both fun and
everybody loved it.
Yeah. We'll get into the actual GunCon in a minute here, but the response to the Gen 2 was fantastic. So we brought 1-to-1. We brought Gen 2. We brought Gen 1. That's kind of what we're calling it now, Neomags. We did not sell one.
I wasn't going to say
Gen
anything.
1.
I was going to let you say that. Because it's like, and the Gen 1s are great. They've been around 10 years, right? But Gen 2, 33% lighter, the brackets being aluminum, and then the rounded, like everybody was asking about that. They loved the slick finish, and then
it was cool to see like different aspects of it would hit different people, right? So I would be going through, it's lighter, it's what things I was saying? Lighter,
smarter way to carry.
Yeah, so the clip on it is adjustable, so you can cant it for more vertical pockets, and
the rounded brackets versus
the rounded brackets. So stronger. So this has 2 magnets in it. So some people I would say it's lighter, and they were like, oh, that but I'd mention it's lighter, it's stronger, it's got the adjustable clip, and some people their eyes would light up to the lighter part. Some people their eyes would light up to the adjustable clip part. It was really cool to see people's responses. But out of those kind of 3 main things that this improved upon, one of those things at least hit somebody hard.
And the canting of the clip was just extremely innovative design, because the pants pocket, we never know what it's going to be like, and I think that was one of the big sellers even this past weekend.
That was one of the things I put in strictly because somebody just like to set this up here. I wish the canting clip was something I strictly put in because we've had customers ask for it. I personally kind of just adapted my life around this. I think I mentioned last week on the live, I've only got like one pair of shorts, 1 pair of pants that actually have like a vertical pocket. Over the last 10 years, I've just turned every pair of pants or shorts I buy into has a horizontal pocket. And I found a couple brands that mostly do that. Tad is one that pretty much almost all their pants that I buy of theirs have a vertical pocket. Right. So, so I've just kind of gone that route. And now that I have the canted clip, I was wearing some of my dressy shorts the other day that have a vertical pocket, and I canted the clip on it, and I'm like, okay, I see why people have been asking for it.
It's definitely nice. It's definitely an adjustment to it. And a lot of the gym shorts or something like that, if you still want to be able to carry even with the beltless, like it does work. You did a good job with this one. This was a lot of struggles with trying to find pants for Greg that had that pocket so we could cant the clip, but we managed to make it happen.
Yeah. There's a video that you and I wanted to do. We're like just kind of show a bunch of clips of the canted clip going into a vertical pocket, pair of pants or shorts. We went to my house and I'm like, I have 2. I have 1 pair of shorts, 1 pair of pants.
We made it work.
We just did that. It gets the point across. We don't need to show 50. 2 is fine. But overall, what did you think of GunCon?
So GunCon is this. I'm under interrogation now. I can't be the first person to respond to this. So if I have to respond to it, I would say from past experience to my first year, last year to this year, I like the location versus where we were this year. Love that we were in our backyard. Yeah. But we had a bigger facility, bigger area. I love that area. Cleveland was just hot. I'll let you get into the intricacies and the detail, but overall, the amount of people that were there were super excited, super willing to come up and talk to you. And that's as a company, as a vendor, or anybody there at the organization trying to promote your products and your brand or your new Gen 2 Neomags, that's a huge benefit for us. I think we left with less than what we came with. And
the way left, yeah.
That
way
was
less.
something that, for everything that we do for a full day, that's amazing because now our product's out in the wild and we get the customer feedback. So for me, I always enjoy the events. I enjoy the traveling side. This time we only had to go to Cleveland, so it wasn't too bad.
I agree. I mean, I loved that it was in our backyard. We just drove up there for the show and drove back. Past years, we've had to drive out into the middle of nowhere in Iowa.
It was a long drive.
It is a long drive through a lot of cornfields.
Nate did amazing for the drive.
You have to drive through Chicago, which is a nightmare, and then you finally get through that, and then you have cornfields for the next 10 hours or something like that. So having it in Cleveland was absolutely great. I'm going to do everything I can to try and keep it that way, but having a couple of conversations with John, he's not so sure. So.
Well, you forgot to mention the chronological order, what you did before GunCon.
Yeah. So on Wednesday, I invited some of the industry people that were in town for the show to come out and meet at beautiful Hillendale Shotgun Club in Medina, Ohio, to come out and just get together and shoot some clays. And the point more than anything was to network and get to know each other more. Because the day of the show, we're all working and we don't have time to really get to know each other. We get to know our customers, which is why we're there, but we don't get to know the other people in the industry. So I invited them out. We had 30 people show up. Had 40 say they were going to be there. 30 showed up, which is about right. And
it was a great turnout. We got better weather for what
was
we
fantastic.
had.
I mean, it was hot,
weeks, yeah.
but the course that we shot was in the woods, so so that was great. We had a great time shooting, and then I brought in some Chipotle. We ate. We kind of hang around for a little bit.
We didn't charge for the extra scoops of chicken or steak.
No, and next time I'm going to, because by the time I waited till everybody went through the line, and by the time I got up there, all the steak was gone, and there was I don't know, maybe 2 scoops of chicken left, but there were still 3 of us that needed to eat, so I just put a little bit on there.
And a little bit of cheese. We need more cheese.
Oh, there's no
time.
cheese left. Yeah, so
overall, that was a great. Everybody had a blast, and you even said that the next day at GunCon, everybody that was there came to the booth, and again, it was opportunity.
It was cool walking around there, and you would kind of connect eyes. We don't have the time to talk, but you kind of connect eyes, and you give the head nod and the wave to the people that you saw there.
And if you guys don't know, he shoots. It's ridiculously good. So my pace was to shoot close to him all day, and it ended miserably for me.
So I actually I shot my best score I've ever shot.
Yeah, he shot amazing that day. I was telling everybody he's going to finish in the high 90s, and you did.
Shot 94,
which is
mid 90s. So
it's super sweet.
But actually, I was trying not to really talk about that too much. Once we all got back, because I didn't want to be that guy. This was not the point at all. I didn't want to be that guy who was like, "Hey guys, come on out to my club so I can kick your butts."
He kicked our butts.
That was not the point. And really, we got back and almost pretty much nobody really was talking about the scores.
No, nobody talked about it.
There wasn't really much to talk about for most people. They'd never done it before. So that wasn't really the point. However, I felt good because, and this has nothing to do with anything, but a few weeks prior to this, I shot the Northeast Regionals, which is one of the toughest sporting clay tournaments in the country of the year, and I just got decimated that whole week. I shot horrible that whole weekend. So just for my own self, it felt good to come back.
Yeah, have a good
day and put up my best score. I'm like, okay, I can hit clays.
And that's a tough course. There's particular stages on that course of fire that it's tough.
Yeah,
it's
for somebody that doesn't do it all the time. It was,
but beautiful. We had beautiful range, beautiful facility. The turnout was great. Chipotle, more cheese.
That was great. So skipping back to GunCon. So the great things about GunCon is we got to meet Steven, if he's still in here. He came out, so it was cool to put a face to a name. We saw Dan. Anybody else in here that we saw? That
we saw
Tibbs before. Yeah, Tibbs came out the week before. He had to leave before.
He had to leave us. Thanks
the
Tibbs.
Show. So it was. It's always great to put faces to names, and but there is some drama around GunCon.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm not sure if everybody's singing it, but there's been some drama. So I'll start by saying the downside to the venue that we were at. Well, there's many downsides. The venue was the main issue in this whole thing. Outside of that, outside the venue, there's really actually very few issues. It was crazy hot. So that morning, I had a pair of shorts in one hand and pants in the other, jeans in the other, and I'm like, what do I wear? I was like, do I want to go more kind of casual, comfortable, or professional? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go professional. So I wore jeans. And it became very clear as soon as we stepped into that room to set up. There's no AC in here.
Yeah, it was a wet sauna.
It had to have been at least 90 degrees and crazy humid. At one point I looked down and I was drenched. I actually went to shake hands with somebody. We kind of, it was somebody I knew, so we kind of shook hands real hard. And when we hit hands, sweat just flew off my arm all over our table. I had to grab a towel. It's so gross. It was just sweat going everywhere. I sweat through my t-shirt. Mm-hmm. My jeans are like stuck to me. And it wasn't just me. We all suffered. We all suffered together.
Even everybody walking around, you could see them. They were just drenched in sweat. Some others, some more than others. But
yeah, Dan said it was super loud. I was actually worried I was going to lose my breath or my voice. I had to sing and lead worship the next day at church. So I was really trying to I was trying not to yell. I was trying to I would get really close to the person and to hear them. I already don't have great hearing, so I'd get my ear really close to them. I was trying to bring my face in closer to people instead of trying to yell. And incredibly hot. Mm-hmm. I do want to say though, I was so proud of everybody.
Everybody was a trooper.
Because everybody was a trooper.
Everybody.
I didn't
people were like, yeah, it's hot, but they were still there.
Yeah. People I really didn't hear any complaining. We had that room was packed.
Yeah.
Packed.
Before we even had the table set up, people were like, hey, can I get something from you guys?
You couldn't walk from one room to the other. You couldn't just walk. You had to wait for people to move, and you had to shuffle through. It was packed full of people, which also kind of led to some of the heat issues. But I just want to say, I'm so proud of everybody that was there because I really did not hear anybody complain about it. I've seen a few people online afterwards complain about it. There are some people that said that they walked in, stayed 5 minutes and left because it was not comfortable, which is your prerogative. You want to pay $40, $50 to get in.
Yeah, if you want to come in
and stay for 5 minutes,
that's on you.
That's fine. But hundreds and hundreds of people toughed it out, and we got Pingelin in. We got to meet him.
So it wasn't. This isn't a shout out or sponsored podcast or YouTube live episode from First Form, but the First Form.
Oh, First Form kept us all. Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to get along. We were just that busy throughout the day.
Kept us fed.
Those jerky sticks.
Kept us hydrated. Sticks. Yeah, I ate meat sticks and
protein bars
and protein bars throughout the day, and they had the electrolyte packets. I was putting those in the water bottles. Thankfully, John and the crew kept coolers stocked the whole time, which was great.
Yeah, that was super helpful.
So, it was extremely hot, extremely loud. But there's also been some other drama around GunCon.
Yeah,
I was kind of updating.
You kind of filled me in about this a little bit.
So I've spoken to John a few times. I don't know what all I'm allowed to say and not say. I don't think he necessarily told me anything that I can't say.
Well, it was on social media.
As far as what's been on social media, so the GA of Missouri was supposed to come and ironically was supposed to talk about
AG.
Yeah. He was supposed to come in and talk about censorship. That was the topic he was supposed to come in and talk about. So John told me that the night, it was the middle of the night, that would have been Friday night going into Saturday. Middle of the night, he gets an email from the owner of the place that said she named 3 people that were not allowed in the building, and the AG was one of them, and they're 2 YouTubers.
The influencers and creators.
So John had to pivot and cancel one of the panels, which I knew that one of the panels was canceled. I didn't know why. I didn't know any of this until the next day. I think I was texting John and just told him, "Hey, nice job. Thanks for all that you did." He was like, yeah. He was like, did you hear about the AG? And so the owner of the place like trespassed these 3 people, and John said that if he were to have allowed them in, that per the contract they could have like kicked everybody out. They could have kind of shut it down. And this was it's one of the frustrating parts. I've seen a lot of comments of people kind of roasting John and his crew.
They worked so hard.
They did
to orchestrate and fall in line with what the city ordinance wants. And
John also spent a year looking for the next place. He looked everywhere. He asked almost daily or weekly. He would post on his Instagram and Facebook, "Hey guys, let me know of venues that we can go to that have ranges nearby." So here's all the things that John and the crew were looking for that were must-haves for this event. Must-have was an event center where they had approval to carry.
Yeah, that was huge.
I get, like this is GunCon, and we're all carriers, and so to go to a venue that doesn't allow carry just kind of seems silly. Now, I don't know if everybody knows this, but basically every event center that like NRA's at, that SHOT Show's at,
can't
that
carry.
GOA's at, that all these places are at, you're not allowed to carry. So John is trying to break that mold and find someplace that can let people carry. So this lady who owns this place allowed this event knowing that and gave approval for people to carry. So I think that probably just kind of just that approval probably kind of took a lot of concern off his back. Like,
right.
Well, if they're pro gun enough to let us carry
Let us carry a gun,
then everything else should be good, right?
Good to go.
Well,
that was not the case.
I don't think that we aren't sure if this lady did this just to try to sabotage the event. That's kind of what it looks like, or she just is unstable is what it sounds like. I don't know, but
I mean, to look into who's coming to speak, and then the night before,
I guess the night before, or did she know well ahead of time?
In preparation for such a long time,
and waited until the night before. We don't know.
Yeah,
and I think there's going to be more details coming out about this.
Most likely, and the incident with the fire marshal, right? They wouldn't let people in.
Yeah, so they
were lined up around the block of the building.
Yeah, so there's people waiting outside for. I heard it was like up to an hour. So the fire marshal was there within the first hour, and was letting people in as people left. And so there's also the question of because John knew how many tickets they sold and how many people would be there, and told the venue this how many people were going to be there. Was the venue not honest about the capacity?
Right.
We don't know if it sounds like that's what happened. They said, hey, you can have 1,000 people in there, and 1,000 people and 500 show up, and they're like, no, you can't do this.
And it's always the frustrating part that the people that host these events are always the one that get the pinpoint of like, this is the fault of you. And again, the amount of time that he put into it. I mean, we heard a little bit of him just trying to find a location and get the city ordinance, everything taken care of up to a week before the event. And they're trying to change things last minute. So,
so Ty and Dan and them were talking about just, the experience of having to wait outside, and that line is around. So the other thing I was thinking about, I feel bad for the people that were waiting outside thinking, oh, I can't wait for the relief of getting inside and
let me get some AC when I walk.
And then you come inside and it's probably more miserable than what it was outside.
Welcome to the sauna.
Toward
the end of the day, it did start to get a little bit better. It seemed like they started getting the AC pumping more, some fans.
Well, I don't think it was necessarily AC. I think once people started, it wasn't as busy.
Yeah,
so I think
that's
once
true.
people
that's true.
it was probably half as many people. Oh, it was still a full room, but it wasn't shoulder to shoulder. Once people kind of filtered out, and then and they did crack some windows open, and it wasn't as.
It was bearable.
It was. For me, it was barely bearable, but it was more bearable than it was the first half of the day.
As they keep this house, like the office in the building, at like 68 degrees. It's freezing cold.
So
Tibbs can attest to my office is the coldest in the building.
Yeah, it's a meat locker. Or no, I'm sorry, not a meat. Well, you keep it.
I have a heater in there all year.
That's fun. So there's a bunch of drama around the AC or AG getting booed. He came all the way from Missouri and wasn't even allowed in their room. And so next year it's gonna be interesting what happens next year. I think.
Well, the range day was a success, though.
That's what I heard. Yeah, we didn't go to the range day, but I heard.
And Southington's always a great range to host.
Yeah, that place is.
It's awesome.
Yeah, the place is great, and it's just, and you know, from what I've heard, I'm not personally worked with their with the ownership there, but I know really well some people that do, and they can be a little quirky. But honestly, John said, you know, that was a breeze compared
to other locations,
to the venue. So, but again, trying to find some place that has a venue big enough for 2,000 people, as each year it almost doubles too. So we expect way more than 2,000 next year. So a venue for, I don't know, let's say 3,000 to 4,000 people to show up, that's also near a range, is a big ask. And also trying to find a venue that will allow carry.
Yeah.
And when I talked to John, he was like, do I toss that as being one of the things we need to have? Like, there's all these other gun events go on in places that are no carry. So do you get rid of that? What do you guys think? Do you guys think that that it's a must-have to have a venue that you can carry, or do you think, no, I'm going to carry anyway? So
I like where he's going with it, wanting to have that ability, especially when we're in this industry and in the firearms space. But sometimes it seems the hassle just to have that ability, it eliminates most of the locations. And to see John come back, or to see GunCon come back to Ohio in a different location, if that was one of the predecessors, I would be fine with that. Outside of, we're going to be carrying, we have our products that we have to demo and everything else. But
that's what Tibbs says, that it's a must-have to allow carry. And obviously we all want to support with our money and time and everything like that. We want to support places that are pro carry. I just think we also need to be understanding that if we are going to want that as a must-have, then we also can't necessarily get too picky on the locations,
right?
Because I've also seen a lot of comments like, "Why Cleveland, Ohio?" Well, it was literally the only place that he could find
that said, "Hey, you can carry at an event."
So guess what? It's going to be in Cleveland, Ohio. So whether it's in the middle of Iowa or it's in Cleveland, Ohio, that's probably where you're going to end up in order to be able to carry. Or you're going to be, I don't know, somewhere down south on the equator, in some place that allows carry. That'd also be a nightmare.
We need to get you down south more.
No,
it's not that hot.
Are you serious? I was in Texas last year in August, and Tibb can attest to this. It was 120 degrees.
That was Texas.
It's 100. That is the South. You said we need to go south. And then I've been in Alabama in August.
Oh,
that was like the one teens, and you're in a swamp.
He's a polar bear, and I'm in the sun.
The worst. Yeah, even Tibb said that it was miserable. So Dan says, I was concerned when they opened at 10 and we were in line by 10:30 and saw people already leaving.
Outside
now I know it's because of the heat. Yeah, there were 100%. There were people. That stepped in there. It was like, no. So that honestly, that helped all the people waiting in line. They didn't have to wait in line. The line might have been hours long.
Probably.
But the people, with as many people that were booking it out of there, it made that line shorter.
Yeah, that's definitely frustrating for the event to do that, though. To all the people that paid, the people that wanted to show up, and the amount of customers that would have had the opportunity to see more vendors or products face to face. But I think it was cooler outside than it was inside for the first part of the day. So I probably would have stood outside versus inside.
Yeah.
Just like every time you take a gun out to show somebody our alias system, it's like the gun's soaking wet. You don't want to put it back. Like, that's gross. John apparently wants that towel that you use to wipe off the table.
Penguin says, support those that support us. If they support carrying, they get our money. If the place pulled it off and allowed it with no issues, the reviews would have been just great. Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if they... Well, they're getting a bunch of 1-star reviews. I left one, but they are getting them taken down. So
that's annoying.
Yeah, and I think you have to pay money to do that. Like, it's not easy to get them taken down. So this place is spending probably a lot of money to get those taken down.
Pop the link up there. Go leave a 1-star review.
So actually, what you should do, and I've experienced this on mine as a business owner, but I've also seen some other people talk about this. What you should actually do is leave like a 2-star review. Make sure that you don't leave any comments with cursing,
right.
like don't be nasty, but be professionally truthful, and leave a 2-star review. and it's going to be a lot harder to get those taken down because
Right.
when you leave a 1-star and there's a bunch of F words and stuff like that, Google's gonna be like, yeah, we don't.
We'll censor that and block
Yeah,
that. But
exactly.
if more of a realistic review approach. This was an unpleasant event. It was extremely hot and unbearable.
The ownership was not
Yeah.
helpful. I don't know. You know, like unfortunately, you probably aren't gonna be able to be as descriptive as you'd like to be.
Chat GPT.
So, but overall, we walked away from GunCon very happy with how it went. Getting to see people, our products went really well. We sold almost everything that we brought.
Yeah, Sentry straps, they were flying off the shelf. The rigs went
Yeah,
well.
I think we sold out of Sentry Strap. I think we had we had maybe a handful of Gen 2s. We did not sell a single Gen 1. We didn't really sell any rigs. We didn't. I didn't do a great job of.
We got a couple of them off the shelf.
Do we? Yeah.
We had a lot of
I
alias.
probably only told a couple people.
A lot of alias was a lot of education on that side. We had a big setup. So we had our tables with the Gen 2 Neomags and the new launch, and then we had an entire section with like our alias belts, our IWB, OWB accessories, Sentry strap, and rig. So while you guys were crushing it on one side, we had that other side flowing.
I basically, and we did kind of split up. I felt like I talked about Neomag the whole time. You were kind of over in the alias and Sentry Strap area.
I put my gun on and off all day.
Yeah. So, yeah, as with any event, there's drama, especially in the gun industry. There's always going to be drama. But overall, I'm so proud of everybody that was there, and we had a good time.
Yeah, it was great to meet all the familiar faces, the new faces, everybody that stopped by the booth. We had so many people wanting to do interviews. I had to do interviews this time.
Yeah.
Now I'm on a podcast. Like, I might have a recording studio next week. I don't know.
There you go.
Usually I'm behind the camera.
Yeah. All right. So we're about halfway through. Actually, a little more than halfway through. I'm going to give you guys our discount code of the week for insiders. Yeah,
And
we're
our
going
promo.
to talk about that next. Our discount code is Range Ready. RANGEREADY.
You guys should be proud. This is
Or it could
kombucha.
be Ranger Eddie, if you want to. It could be, Ranger Eddie.
Ran.
Could be a lot of things. So that code will get you 20% off for about the next 36 hours. Expires midnight tomorrow. You have to be an insider to use that. So if you do not have an insider account, go to our website. A pop-up will come up. Sign up there for insiders. It's going to get you access to these codes that we give every Wednesday and so much more. You guys, the insiders in here, were the first ones to see the Neomag Gen 2. We did a special private live just for insiders a couple weeks ago, so they got to see first. See that first. We have some more products coming up. We're probably going to do the same thing again for another product that we're launching next week. Not next week, actually, in a couple weeks. Gosh, it's already July.
Where is this year going?
Yeah, we're halfway through it. That's crazy. So make sure that you guys can sign up for that. Keep an eye out for that email in a couple weeks for the exclusive live for the next new product that we're launching.
Wait, hang on. This is the perfect opportunity to have the music tune in right when you said the next new live. Wah, wah, wah. Where's it at?
What's
We're going to get Greg set up for this podcast so he has the perfectly executed moments of the music and the womp womps.
What, you want womp womps?
I don't know. It was like, it should be a good one. Almost like the Pledge of Allegiance for tune in for the next couple of weeks for the YouTube live in the podcast featuring Neomag.
I'm confused.
I don't know where the buttons are. I'm just going to come start pressing buttons one day when you guys are doing your lives.
You got crickets?
I'm going to get crickets. There it is.
Oh, wait.
That's
All right.
exciting.
All right, so for the next segment, we have something new for you guys.
Oh, man. Here it comes. Yes. See, we're learning.
There we go.
We're getting good at this.
So we do have a promotion starting Friday going through the weekend. I'm going to take it out of the case. It's easier to see. We have these really cool tack trap EDCs. I'm calling them the Patriot Edition tack trap EDC.
America.
We had these anodized, blue and red, and then we lasered some stars on them. I'm wearing one now. It's one of my favorite versions that we've done. We did these. We did a short run of these last year, and they went really good. So we thought we'd do another version for you guys this year. You can buy this straight up, or you can get one free.
Say what?
Right? Oh, hold on.
That's right. Yeah, see.
I know
right?
you guys can get one free starting this Friday
Free.
by spending $99 or more. So you can get, and you also get free shipping. So free shipping. This is $45 version of the tack trap. That's like half. It's like half of what your cart value needs to be. So $99 or more, you'll get a free Patriot Edition tack trap. You also get free shipping. It's a perfect time to get a couple of those Gen 2 Neomags that you might want. Maybe what you should do is grab one of the limited editions.
Oh, there you go. And then you get a free.
And then,
free
you're a couple
shipping.
bucks short there, so I don't know. Grab a T-shirt.
T-shirt or coin.
A coin. Yeah, I think the coins are
Neomag
like $12,
coin.
something like that. So grab a limited edition Neomag and a coin, and you'll get one of these free $45 value that you guys will get. So that is pretty cool. I'm gonna set this over here. Maybe you guys can.
Gotta love the EDC tack trap.
Yeah. What else? What other comments we got here?
And guys, of course, this is our weekly shout out to our channel. If you have not liked, subscribed, or followed our channels, be sure to do so. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us on our social media channels, comment, leave us some feedback. We're always happy and eager to respond to you. And we have a Discord. Nate and Greg are running the Discord. So if you guys aren't on the Discord, go join the Discord as well. We are expanding all the way out to a podcast. Cue the music, DJ. That's where we have the exciting music coming in. We'll start to figure this out together. It's going to be great.
This music?
Yes, this is the exciting moment that the podcast music is coming. So a lot of good things are coming. We have been super busy. This is actually our first week. Nate's on vacation and we're ahead again.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, Nate's
nice.
taking a very, very much deserved
Nate's been crushing it.
vacay this week. He's been working some long hours. He's been coming in
Nate's
much before us and leaving much after us.
Nate's crushing it for sure, and I hope you enjoy your vacation. I hope you're not watching this. He said he was not working at all during the day. He would respond to our texts with no work texts.
Yeah, I've been leaving him alone.
Yeah, still love you, Nate. Enjoy the camping.
So so I asked you guys more towards the beginning, and maybe even thinking about this. I was just scrolling back. I don't think anybody's left any comments yet. What is your favorite July 4th tradition? Maybe what's your favorite thing to grill or smoke? And
Those brats you made.
yeah, those are good. So I've got a rack of ribs. I also have a tri-tip that I've never smoked a tri-tip before, so I'm looking forward to doing that. But I got some ribs I'm going to do this weekend sometime.
So what's your favorite tradition, or what's a favorite memory for the 4th of July for you?
I have so many good memories of 4th of July. To me, 4th of July is just like pinnacle summertime. I feel like after 4th of July, it's kind of downhill of the summer, because then there's not much of the summer break anyway left. There's still plenty of heat. But as far as just kind of that summer vibe, I feel like July 4th is it. So I have so many good memories of watching fireworks with friends and going to family parties, and there's so many good memories around 4th of July. So this is one that I always look forward to. We are, like I said, I think we're going to go to the Wadsworth fireworks Thursday night. So we'll probably get there early and set up. They block off the entire downtown. They bring in food trucks. I'm probably going to wear this
Funnel
outfit.
cakes.
I actually have matching shorts to go with this shirt,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm going to go with this. I'm
And
going to
your
wear
tack
that hat.
trap.
In my tack trap.
You're gonna be set. Super dad.
And so, yeah, we're probably just gonna chill. We were thinking about going to Pennsylvania, but I'm not sure that's gonna happen now. So it's gonna be. I'm hoping to be a lot of relaxation. I'm gonna try to go mountain biking Friday. So
Nice.
the last couple of years, I've done a 17.76 mile mountain bike ride.
That's fancy. Cue the music, DJ.
With,
American
hold on,
music
hold on.
right there. That's patriotic theme right there. It's like proud to be American moment. Greg,
So
there he is.
I'm going to listen to America the Beautiful
1776.
the whole time.
You're gonna do that in like 10 minutes.
No, it does not. I've only been on my mountain bike 3 times. I went this morning.
Oh, you haven't been riding much.
I haven't been
have you?
riding much. I've been busy.
You've been busy. No.
And so
archery. You've been picking up a lot of archery lately.
pick up the bow more. So
The American dad right there.
it's down a little bit. So yeah, how about you? You got anything coming up?
Yes. So this week is actually pretty busy. It's been a super fun week. Getting out, getting some training in. Today we're hitting the range again after the range yesterday. Friday we're off, so I think I'm going to go skydive, and then Saturday probably hit the lake house for a little bit, get on the jet ski.
You gonna skydive with like the flag attached to your back?
I would love to, but I know I would probably like impale myself when I land with the flag.
You don't
or
go with the
something.
You attach the flag to your back, so it's streaming.
Maybe I'll get something to tie it up, but I would
streaming
probably
off
have
your
like a
back.
line twist or something. So go skydive. I think I'm definitely going to go to the Wadsworth fireworks show. That's pretty cool. Super close to the house. And then, yeah, so I have a good follow-up question for you. What is your favorite firework? Like,
I love the ones that when they go up there, they shoot a bunch of other little ones. They go.
it's like the sound effect.
They kind of fizzle.
Like streamers, kind of. Like,
yeah,
those are beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say like the whistling whistlers or the.
Honestly, my favorite ones are just the ones that are loud.
The boom.
And sometimes they have those ones that you don't even see an explosion. It's just
hear the. Doop.
It's just loud, and it makes you you feel it in your chest.
Yes.
I like those.
Okay, so a story for the 4th of July to wrap this one up. I'll keep it short. We lived out in the country, and my sister married my neighbor at the time, and there were two boys. I was a teenager, and they were in their mid-20s. So my dad built PVC pipe cannons. So we would stack 400 packs, of bottle rockets and take a butane torch and light them and be shooting them back and forth at each other. That was our 4th of July tradition.
Nice.
My dad was a firefighter, just so you guys know. So
Well,
super safe, but dad made some cool concoctions that were super loud and went boom. So when I was a kid, a couple of those bottle rockets hit me square in the face. It's a patriotic moment. I took some rounds for America on July 4th.
That explains a lot, actually.
It hit me right here in the chin. I had a little bloody chin, It was a very patriotic thing.
That explains a
It
lot.
was an American kaboom.
But yeah, at least you took it. Took it for the country. So Dan said that they're gonna have a big party at the house. Let me know what time to be there. I can bring a smoke tri-tip.
Oh yeah.
He says you like the ones that set the car alarms off. Yeah, like
Yes.
I want the ones that are so super loud and that you can feel in your chest.
So can you take a bunch of sparklers and wrap it in duct tape and then stick one sparkler as a fuse?
Have you done that? Have you done the sparkler bomb?
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying anything that is not community guideline on the interwebs, but let's just say those are a lot of fun and they can do a lot of concussive blasts and damage or blow up a mailbox. I don't know about that one though.
Yeah, I'm not sure what all we can talk about.
Yeah.
With explosives on YouTube. We've already had one of these shut down on
Yeah,
us.
they kicked us off last time.
Yeah. So here, I haven't really got. Yeah. Jack says he's going to not work.
Ty, you got to check out the rigs, brother.
It's a great plan.
To not work, yeah, we're off on Friday.
Yep, we're off Friday.
Super exciting.
I'm probably still going to come in the morning, get a few things done. I'm going to try to work out. Kind of set the weekend off right. Actually, no, I might not work out. I'm probably going to go biking. I don't know. We'll see.
You got to get that 1776 in.
I got to get the 17.76 mile
You got to get in.
mountain bike riding.
How long is it going to take you?
I don't know. Maybe
It'd be really cool if it was
between an
17
hour and hour and a
minutes.
half. Yeah, definitely not that fast. Definitely not that fast. All right, so I got some 4th of July fun facts for you. I think I googled this before I came in.
Oh, look, we're live. Howdy.
All right, Independence Day fun facts. I'm going to start this music up again.
There it comes. Patriotic.
All right, here are some fun facts about Independence Day. It was not a unanimous decision. The vote for independence was not unanimous, with some delegates initially hesitant about declaring independence. Interesting. John Hancock's signature on the Declaration is the largest, leading to the idiom John Hancock, referring to his signature.
Do you think he planned that one out?
Absolutely. He's like, if I'm going to have my name on here, it's going to be the
It was
biggest.
the biggest.
Founding fathers John Adams and Thomas Jefferson, along with James Monroe, died on July 4th. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
What an epic day to die.
Yeah. You found the country and you die on the day that you found the country.
Yeah. Fireworks have been a part of Independence Day celebrations since 1777, marking the first anniversary of the Declaration. First thing we did was blow up Chinese stuff. How about it? The Liberty Bell is symbolically tapped 13 times on Independence Day to honor the original 13 colonies.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
But it's cracked.
it is. They do it very carefully.
I was gonna say, like, I remember the old Liberty Bell.
I don't know if you ever watched this. Have you ever watched the Nathan's hot dog eating contest?
So I've been seeing people like putting trades and bets on the stock market for this, but no,
Oh, really?
I don't think. Maybe when I was a kid, I've seen hot dog eating contests.
It's pretty
but
gross. They
I don't
they
want
dip
to.
the whole thing in
No,
water
yeah,
and it
in
gets all
water.
soggy.
No, the bread like that? No, thank you. They're not even eating the hot
Let me
dogs.
just I gotta keep it going. The Philippines also celebrate July 4th as the anniversary of its independence from the United States.
Now that's funny.
That's
funny.
I kind of like that.
We should go to the Philippines just on that day.
That's kind of funny. Here you go. The Declaration was adopted on July 4th, but the signing of the document by most delegates took place on August 2nd, according to LibertyFlags.com.
Well, they had to sign it before they had the big show.
Yeah, I know. So maybe we need to celebrate this again on August 2nd. We have August 2nd off of work. And
What if we have August 2nd and August 4th?
yeah,
Sounds like a great
try
plan.
to do that.
All right.
I hope we're still live.
Nate, you're off tomorrow. Oh, wait, I'm not off. It's the second.
The last thing, most patriotic sounding name. Union is the most common patriotic sounding word used in place names in the U.S., according to that. All right, so there are some fun facts for you.
The best American facts you can find.
That's good timing.
That's amazing timing.
I think I should be standing up with my head up.
I know. That's what I said. Should I say
feels-
that? Like, Pledge of Allegiance.
But we hopefully weren't paused the whole time.
Oh, were we paused?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
All right. Did you guys get all that?
If you guys missed it,
I just read some really fun facts.
it's great.
Daft says, hey, he's late to the party. Just want to say hi. Happy 4th of July, and God bless America.
God bless America.
Absolutely.
Don't blow up your fingers. Safety first.
Good. So they got it. Yeah,
Okay.
on my screen, it looked like it was paused.
It was
so
the most patriotic moment in time.
that was epic.
It was just great.
I gotta.
The John Hancock. Yes.
There's the
There's going to be a lot of fun had with this.
yeah. We gotta tell some jokes. We can do this. All right. I think that's what we got for you guys. Thank you guys. Dan said he was standing at the end. Good.
Outstanding.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your support. For those of you who we met at GunCon, thank you for coming. Thank you for suffering with the rest of us through the heat and the deafening noise. And most of all, thank you guys for your support through purchasing our products. That's how we are here. That's how we continue to do what we're doing. We don't ask for money or sponsorships or anything like that through these videos. We're not going to. Neomag will always be our main sponsor on this as we move forward as a podcast and stuff. So I plan on. I'll talk about this more next week. I plan on having some guests on. Plan on maybe having guests come on and we talk more about politics stuff. We talk more about training. We have some good relationships with some really high profile instructors and stuff like that. So
it's going to be good. We're going to continue to build out the studio, get this set up, and get you guys rolling with some pretty fun content.
Somebody's asking about the discount code. I'm going
to
range ready. I'm going to try to tag it. How do I tag it? There
I think you can pin it right there.
There we go. All right, it's pinned to the top. Range Ready is your discount code. Don't forget about that. Don't forget to sign up for Insiders. Because, again, you get these discount codes every week. We also, the Insiders got first dibs on the Gen 2.
Exclusive
And
access.
the same thing's going to happen in a couple of weeks when we have another product that we're very excited about. They're going to get first dibs. So join us back here next week. We'll have Nate back next week. We're eventually going to have 4 of these. So we're going to be able to, I'm going to try to figure out a way to kind of make this.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to be back on camera again, guys.
Bigger, better, that sort of thing. Thank you for hopping in today.
Yeah, of course. Always good to see everybody, all the friends hopping in.
Yep.
I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
You guys have a great weekend. Be safe.
Happy 4th of July.
God bless America.
Oh, outro.
Need some outro music.
Should have been proud to be American. You're gonna have a tear coming down my eye.
I
Like,
need more of like
the drummer boy like coming in.
yeah. What's the
We need
yeah?
to find that. It's gonna be great,
Get some John Philip Sousa.
guys. God bless America. God bless you. Happy 4th of July. Stay safe. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.